Waking Up Cooking, and today's menu is asada tacos, so let's get started. Okay guys, so what we'll need is some asada, some tortillas, and then whatever else you want to put on it at the end. I put on radishes, cilantro, onions, and some cotija cheese. You can use cheese or no cheese or any other type of cheese you like, and butter, but I'll show you where I'm going to use the butter later. So first, let's get started, and let's go ahead and kind of heat this pan up a little higher to medium. Okay. Let me go ahead and get some olive oil in there, just a little. I don't need a lot. And I can always eyeball it later and add more if I need to, but I don't think I will be needing it. So, let me get the meat going here. Little sucker's tight. The back place. Okay, so once you got the meat in there, so my meat is already seasoned. You can get your meat seasoned there or get some unseasoned that's already either diced or not diced. I just got the diced seasoned because it was quicker today. Okay, so we'll let that kind of heat up for a sec. Okay, while that's heating up, I'm going to go ahead and just start working on what I want to put on it, which is onions. I know some people like raw onions on their tacos, and that's perfectly fine. I do too, but there are days where I love caramelized onions on it, and plus you get to use butter, and let's face it, butter makes everything taste good, and it does everything justice except your heart. So, but anyways, we're having tacos, so there's a reason to use butter. Okay. Let's get that back in there. Okay guys, so I'm cutting up my onions in little dices, little square dices, but you can leave it lengthwise if you like. Either way, it works fine. It's just a different look to it. Let me get the meat to stir. Have my onions there. I am going to move them for a second here. Cover this up here. Okay. Now I'm going to start on the second thing I love on my tacos, which are radishes. You're welcome to peel the skin off. I leave mine on. I just rinsed before I started cutting them. So I'll just go ahead and dump them in here. Kind of cut the stems off on each side. I don't think anybody likes eating the stems. And if you do, well, hey, good for you. Okay, so I'm only cutting up about 3 or 4 of them. So I'll be showing you what I'm going to do next with these. And if you're wondering about my different color mats here that I'm using as a cutting board, I think they're useful and I think they come in handy, although I'm not using the correct one right now because it says dairy on the corner, and it's obviously this isn't dairy, but since we are having cheese, I guess it counts. But each mat has a symbol for each category in the food pyramid. So once we're done with that, so here I have the radishes in a bowl all cut up in little circles here. I'm gonna add some lemon juice. You can just use straight lime. And a little bit of vinegar, just a little bit of white wine vinegar. And then once it's there, I'm gonna add a little salt to them. Kind of like a little pickle without leaving it too long, the pickle. Something really quick and easy, and it tastes amazing and great with tacos. And it gives you that acidity that everybody wants in a taco. So now we'll be doing some cilantro just to add as a garnish at the very end. So let me just get a few stems here. I know some people are nitpicky and they peel them off, but I'm not going to do that. I actually don't mind some of the stem on there, but you're more than welcome to cut it all off. I'm just going about almost all the way to the end to where I leave the stems kind of on, and I leave the stems here in my hand and just toss it. Okay guys, so now the cilantro's all cut up, and I'll just put it in this empty container here and leave that for the side. And then we'll check on our meat. Okay, so the meat is about halfway cooked already. You just see a lot of liquid. It's just the seasoning and what was put on it. Okay, so if you get some asada that is unseasoned, all you have to do is add salt, lemon. You can do a little bit of garlic salt. You can do the meat seasoning. I believe it's the Chef Marito seasoning. It's specifically for asada, for carne asada. So you'll find that anywhere at any store. Or you can just buy it seasoned like I did today. Okay, so almost about done, and it smells delicious here. Okay guys, so here on the other side, I do have a little pan here full of chorizo. It is beef. I'm not using pork today. You can buy the longaniza type, which it's a lot more meaty, but since we have already quite a bit of meat, I chose the smaller meaty part, which is just basically very, very tiny little, you can see here, very tiny little specks of meat. But it goes a long way because the flavor is really, really strong, and it's very, very delicious, and it makes perfect sense to add it to an asada taco. Why not? So that's almost done. So see our meat here, it's starting to really, really cook itself in here. Okay, a few more minutes and that should be done. You know, the good thing about getting the asada already seasoned is it saves you time from doing it at home yourself. And honestly, I know there are some people who fear getting it seasoned because of the color of the meat, and then they don't know when it's ready. As weird as that is, I used to be scared like that. I'm self-taught, so when I was younger, I was afraid of using seasoned meat already, especially when it came down to this type of meat. But honestly, it's really, really easy to tell, and you can always taste. Here, I already have my chorizo kind of drained and strained. I like mine this dark. I know other people take theirs out when it's a little lighter. It's just a preference. I am going to use the same pan here to do our onions in, because either way they're going on the taco, and all we're going to be doing is getting them caramelized. So I'll turn up the heat. Let that get in there. Okay. And then once you can start hearing getting that going there, I'm going to add just a little bit of butter in there. I don't have too much onions in there, so just enough. Get that going with the rest of that meat juice that's left in there. Okay, and just let that go. Let it cook for a bit. Okay. Get that butter everywhere so everybody's loved equally. You don't want anyone feeling left out. Okay. So that's gonna, we'll let it just brown up a bit. Okay. I'll let them go a little bit more. I do add a little sugar to mine. You don't have to, it's optional, but I do them, especially when I do grilled onions for burgers. I do the same thing for the tacos. It's really, really, really delicious. It smells so good. I love onions, so I love the smell of onions when they're being cooked, especially in sugar, butter, a little bit of lemon. They're almost done. As you can see, like they're getting a little more golden, a little more brown. Almost about done. So now that I have these literally on the edge of being fully done to what I like, I'm going to go ahead and start putting our tortillas in. We have our tortillas here. Those are almost done. Alright guys, so the onions are done now. I like mine this brown, this golden, this caramelized. I think it's a perfect color. So I'm going to go ahead and set this thing aside. Set it aside, turn like that. Now our tortillas here are about done as well. Let me go ahead and put them on a plate. And stare at this delicious meat for a second. Okay guys, so once I got the tortilla set on the plate here, I'm just gonna go ahead and rub some of the chorizo as my base. I don't need too much. Chorizo is a little strong, but it's very delicious. So it's strong and delicious. Okay, so once I got about, that should be good enough. So once I got that going, I'm gonna go ahead and add my caramelized onions. Okay, so for the onions, I want everybody to get an equal amount of love. So let's go ahead, go there. That should be equal. Alright, so once we got the onions going, let's go ahead and do some of the chopped cilantro. Just a little bit. We don't need too much on there. I know people like to garnish, but that's about good right there. Okay, so once that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and grate some of my cotija. Okay guys, so almost done here. Gonna grate some cotija cheese on there just like that, making it snow nice and pretty, even though it's gonna get eaten. Okay, so once I got my cheese on there, I need my radishes. So these have, remember the radishes have already lemon, they're a little bit pickled, a little bit salt, so they're good to go. And lastly is my sauce, which so once the radishes are on there and the tacos are ready, I'm gonna do the finishing touch here and just do my little green sauce here. Oh, that's so beautiful. And if you want to be a little decorative, and why not? There we go. Some, there you go. Okay, well, so this is the finishing masterpiece here. This would be a good Taco Tuesday evening dinner, maybe with a side of tequila if you want to be extra naughty today. Just kidding. But it's a nice little good looking plate there, and can't wait to eat it. I'm sure it's good because it smells really good. So I guess it's time, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be posting daily, so look for my posts. If you guys want to stop by and say hi, you're more than welcome to. I will respond in a timely manner, of course, and hope you guys like. If you do, please share, like, follow, and can't wait, and see you tomorrow. Bye.